because demographics really are destiny. So this is a chart right here showing you birth rates. Every line on this chart shows you how many people were born that year. It goes back to 1928. It breaks it down into the different generations. You got your baby boomers, your Gen Xers, millennials. So we want to know how many people are going to be turning of age to come to the housing market as new demand. Well, the first thing you need to know is that the median age of a first-time home buyer is 33 years old. So where does that put them on this chart? Well, if we go back 33 years ago, it puts you right here at 1988. What do you see happening over the next several years? And compare it to last year. You see a huge increase in births from last year. In the next several subsequent years, you see big increases, maxing up at some of the highest birth rate levels we've ever seen. What does that tell us? You're going to have more people this year than last year turning of age to buy a home. And the next few years, it's going to increase even more and then plateau at some of the highest levels we've ever seen. So from a demographic standpoint, you should be seeing more new demand come to market due to something that's already happened, which is birth rates. Now, people like to say we're in a housing bubble, and when they do, I like to look back to 2007. And if you want to see how many first-time home buyers there were coming of age back then, well, you'd have to go back to 1972, which are right here on this chart. Now, we know the housing bubble was caused by a glut of supply, not enough demand to sop it up, and there was some bad transactions being done. Well, why were there less birth rates? Well, take a look. You saw this big cliff here, and there was many things that could have contributed to this, but you saw this big drop in birth rates. And then as a result, 33 years later, you didn't have demand for housing, and you could see this big hole here in the birth rates, completely different than what we're seeing right now.